Hi, I am Lee from Normandy Atelier. Today we are going to paint Sunset Flamingo. I thought it's a very fun idea and cute idea to paint something impressionistic like this and fun with all these beautiful colors, especially with the magenta and the turquoise. So yeah, I hope you enjoy your time with me. For my materials today, I am using an A2 canvas paper. I am using acrylic paint. My colors are titanium white, ivory black, burnt umber, turquoise, cobalt blue, primary red, which leans toward magenta. I have pink and cadmium yellow. For my brushes, I have number 18 a flat brush, number 8 flat brush, number 4 bright brush, number 4 and number 6 round brushes, and I have like detailed round brushes. Maybe I will use them, maybe not, we will see. We need a cup of water to clean our brushes and some kind of a paper towel just to dry them. Also, I'm going to use a pencil or a piece of chalk to do a little bit of a sketch. And that is everything we are going to need today. So the first step I want to do, start the background, like separation of the sky and the water where my flamingo is going to be. I'm going to use mostly my turquoise color and my primary red. What am I going to do is starting up with the turquoise, and I will like somewhere in the third of the canvas here, maybe around the third of the canvas, a little bit down. It will arrive to my water, will be my horizon line, like somewhere in this vicinity here. And it will be reversed here for the water. So it will be magenta, like it will be turquoise, magenta, magenta, turquoise. Something like that. But I will start with just the turquoise color. And I'm not concerned about anything right now. I'm just going from left to right until I cover like most of the canvas up here. I was thinking, oh, maybe we can do like atmosphere dimension or something like immediately, but I thought I'm going to do with a flat coat at the beginning and I can add to it later. Something like this. The entire idea of this painting came to me because I have this color that I want to use. I bought this like lots of colors, or a box of like 24 or 30 colors, something like that. Like when I started painting a few years ago and I didn't use them. And this color is one of them. And I was thinking, what could work with this color? Like if I want to do a painting, and I thought of pink, like those colors, I felt like they can contrast very well, but also they can complement each other very well as well. And like this painting came to life because of that. And I thought, oh, that could work. What, like magenta color or object or thing that I want to paint with the like red color. And I thought, oh, a flamingo or the pink color. And I thought, oh, a flamingo could be fun. So yeah, flamingo with this like sky / water with this like turquoise color could be fun. I will make it maybe a little bit like some kind of sunset. Now I'm adding my magenta without cleaning my brush, and it's turning into this purpley color, and I am mixing it up here. And now down. Until I arrive to this like almost third of the canvas from down below. And I am not really concerned about anything. It's streaky, it's covering, anything like that. I don't care because all of that will be like fixed later. And I'm going to make even this lighter and lighter near the horizon. Like I have too much green or turquoise or blue. I don't want it to feel too purpley on me. So I'm cleaning my brush and I'm going just to like dry it very fast. So now I'm just adding the pink to feel like here, like the sunshine will be like really strong here, and we will add clouds and stuff like that later. And if it still have some like a hint of like purpley tones here, and like it's always fine, don't worry about it. Something like this. I arrived to my like point here. Something like this is really pretty. I'm going to add more of the stone here. Doesn't need to be a perfect blend. I'm going to add clouds as well. And here for the water, I'm going to make it in general unsystematic, but I will keep the edges loose. I can like imagine like maybe here we will have all this reflection like this. Here, reflection of this light until I arrive here, and everything else here it will be like this. And here as well, like soft edges and systematic. I want to have the straight lines because this is here, it's the water, and I'm covering the entire thing. I know already where is my horizon line is going to be, but we are going to enforce that later. It's around the third of the canvas from down below. And I can color the entire thing here with this color. And we can indicate, like here, we will have some land and stuff like that, but we can indicate that later over this color. It's not a big deal. I can just start with this first coat. Now I am going to just, without cleaning it, I'm just going to wipe it away off my, it's overloaded with this on my paper towel, and I can, now I have a little bit of pink, not a lot, and I can have this color here, and I can just start introducing them together and these edges, and I can just introduce those colors so can they talk to each other and they feel cohesive and not out of place. From here as well. See, I am just pushing the same color inside what I established before with the pink, and I can color the entire thing here with a solid stroke or with a solid coat, and from here as well. And as you see, it immediately create this dark shadows of, or dark colors of tones of purpley tones, which is great. Again, we can enforce that pink here later. It's not a big deal. It's just a first coat, and again, it's not even like fully painted at this point in some places. That is completely fine. Don't worry about it. And I can continue here. Here as well. And I can clean my brush. I want to add a little bit of pink over here. I just lost a lot of it. I can just have some pink like this, maybe. Not too much, it's fine if it's not too much. Something like this. And yes, this is everything for this step. Just make sure to clean or to dry your canvas before moving to the next step. So the next step, I want to continue working on my sky. I'm going to add clouds, light, indicate my sun, everything like that. And I think the first thing that I want to do, I want to add my sun. So I'm going to do a little bit of cadmium yellow and white with my number 6 round brush. And again, I can arrive to the point that I established before. So somewhere here. And if this is like the halfway of the canvas, I want to go down, like to the right. So somewhere in between here and here, this is the quarter way of the canvas here. Maybe just a little bit in like this and go up to the point that we established before, which is somewhere like in here, let's say. And that could be my sun for now. Like it's too strong as for now, but that could like work. It's not a big deal. Now I can start working on my sky here, but not with this brush. I'm going back to my number 18 flat brush. I can go to my primary red and start this round motion. From now, everything will be in this like round motion. But here, like in the reflection, I'm not going to work on it for now. And I want it lighter, so I can use my pink. And maybe I can mix like yellow and pink, not yellow, like red and pink and white to make a softer shade of pink like this. And I can start having this all over here like this. I can have like darker shade, softer shade. I can have a little bit of yellow and white on my dirty brush, and I can just introduce this here and here. Keep everything like this in this round motion until I diffuse the colors. I can go with just the red. I can have the red here away from the sun itself and into these darker shades up here. Again, red, like this. Nice. I can go with just the pink here. And again, I am not cleaning my brush. I can go white and pink together, lighter shade down here. Introduce these colors to each other, round motion, keep them soft. I don't have lots of paint. It's almost like a dry brush technique, arriving around my sun. It's fine. Now I can have more yellow and white for like this section here, more illumination. And we can have a touch of water on my brush just to make it move easier. If it's like this, not moving, I can mix the yellow, the pink, and the white, like to make some a little bit of a orangey tone, but really soft and pastel-y, like that. Oops, this is too much. I want it still to feel pinky. I don't want to feel any kind of yellow. Just here near the sun, around here. But this is too much. I don't want it to feel like this. So I'm going to like introduce more red here over it. Diffusing it up. And this like, it's almost like flames. But I am thinking about them as like really cloud, and everything is like fiery in the sky. And this like here in this like section, more red tones up here. The dark red, I can have it red with black here. I can have red and blue to have purpley tones up here, or just the primary red on my dirty brush. I don't even need to cover everything because, well, the first coat did lots. I can cover the entire thing, but I can just keep an eye to it, see if I missed a spot here or there. And in these middle sections, I just want the colors to feel connected to each other. So the lighter tones with the darker tones, more of here. And I know some of these places here will feel like, well, I will be covered later with my trees, flamingo, with everything else that I have. But still, if I have peekaboo spots, they will be cohesive and everything will make sense when I finish. So again, adding the pinky tones and the magenta tones even here down. And see now the yellow tones that we established before, they faded away. They became just like, oh, some of these colors here, oh, they are catching the light or from the sun or something, and that is more than enough. Now I'm going to clean my brush. I don't want that color anymore because I need to work on the sky up, and that will have the blues, the turquoise, the cobalt blue, turquoise, white, and maybe black. I'm not sure if I need to do brown, but probably not. And I can just start with some of this, maybe blue and turquoise together to make a darker shade here, with a touch of black maybe. Maybe I will keep it darker. I'm not sure where. Like maybe some places are darker, some places are lighter. And now I can until I finish with this darker shade, I can go with lighter shade with just turquoise and white on my dirty brush. Oh, this is not too light. I can just mix it here to make it lighter. Yeah, like this. Again, keep these colors talking. I can just get a touch of black, have a darker tone here, maybe just cobalt blue here. And just keep rotating the colors until we cover the entire thing and the entire canvas, and we will solve this separation here later. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Maybe just this color here. I like the lighter tones. Maybe just white up here. Just the blue in here. I want it darker on the edges, like here and here, because that will close in the painting in, which always feels nice. And all the colors are a little bit wet, so that helps. And I don't want to have a solid color of anything. I want everything to feel connected, it's cloudy, it's messy, it's all those things together, which is nice. And yeah, not a lot of paints on my brush. Keep moving the paint. Maybe here with some white and turquoise, maybe a touch of black here, maybe a touch of black here, maybe a touch of blue here, just turquoise color here. Some black maybe here. look to it from behind. It needs more turquoise here. And here maybe as well. Turquoise and white. Lighter shade here, here. Definitely here. I like painting skies. It's always chaotic, and I keep it chaotic. I keep it natural. It feels like it's freeing. I like this about painting the skies, because I can just look to it until I feel it's great now. I'm comfortable with it now. It makes me happy now. Now I can have the turquoise with just a touch of pink. The pink, maybe more pink here, just to connect those together like this. More pinkish tones here, until like everything is connected and loose. We can even have touches of pink up here and here, and they will create this purpley tones. I'm sorry if I am blocking the camera. Yeah, something like this. Maybe more turquoise tones here and here. More blue here. And white maybe, and some lightness in some places, maybe some lightness here, lightness here. It's almost like abstract, although I hate abstract, but for me it feels like I want something atmospheric and interesting and different. So yeah, something like this. I like this so much, and I feel like I am done with this. Maybe just a hint of lightness here. This section like this, really faint with just some white. Yeah, did something different. I like this a lot. Now I'm going back to my round brush. The sun is too yellow for me, so I'm going with white. A teeny tiny touch of yellow. I really wanted to feel almost like a Naples yellow, so really soft yellow. Adding more white. And I can do a circle, yeah, like this, for the sun. It doesn't need to be exactly, or exact circle or something like that. Something like this. Felt like I made it. It was good, and I keep messing with it. And I can have this color in this like manner now. Diffuse it with my hand. Something like this. This is really nice. Those are some kind of a clouds or something like this. And the horizon, and just with my hand I can just diffuse everything like this. This is really pretty. Now I can clean my brush. I can go with some white and pink together to do really soft pink here around the sun itself. I don't want to feel anything to feel too systematic, or I don't want even to have edges, something like this. And I can go to the yellow, fix here a little bit. I can go to some, just the red tones, adding more of those in here, around the edge of the sun is too much. I can again clean my brush, go to the yellow, fix this inside like this until everything is soft and I don't have like solid lines or anything like this. Something like this. Maybe just more yellow. Feel the sun here. Like as round as possible. But again, soft edges to it. Something like this. Now I can get some white only. And I can just have some white inside the sun here. I have some pink, I don't want it. So just white. On the sun, like this. Maybe a touch of yellow actually. Yeah, just like yellow like this. Everything I did, I messed up. Yeah, like this, yes. That is really nice now. After all these layers, it came back to this like state. And yeah, this is everything for our sky. So the next step, I want to start the background. I'm imagining like a city or something like in the background away from us before I start like working on the water. Because like when I can do that, I can set even the shadows and everything on the water itself. I mixed here this color, which is like a bluish gray color. Just mixed cobalt blue, white and black together until I arrive to this color. It's gray, but it's leaning toward blue. And I mixed a lot because maybe I'm going to use it later. I'm not sure. I'm going to use my round brush, my number 6 for now. Let's see. This is here the half of the canvas. So up there in this vicinity, I can measure it here with my tool, with my brush, measuring tool. And it's like somewhere in this vicinity here. This is the halfway of the canvas. Somewhere in this vicinity here, I will have amount of buildings, and from the other side here near the sun, here, maybe somewhere in this vicinity here, like here or something, we can have like maybe a bridge between them. That could be really nice. I could even have something behind the bridge, but now I just have these points here, and I can do my city. And the city it doesn't need to be anything in particular, just some kind of buildings. I can just go like here, I can go up, maybe there is a building here, maybe there is a building here, like just shapes of something. Like geometrical shapes, round shapes, or something. Maybe there is a tower here. Can keep this design. I'm adding just a touch of water to my paint just to make it more fluid. We can go to a smaller brush. Actually, I'm going to my number 4 round brush for this detail. Yeah, the number 4 round brush is easier. And I can do whatever design. I can just have this here, this mass of land here. And I can do whatever kind of buildings I want. Maybe there is some kind of building here. Maybe there is a tall tower building here. Keep them like this until I arrive to the end. Maybe there is a big building here. Maybe there is it's like this. Maybe there is something like rounder here. And I'm not sure what's going to be visible or not, because I'm going to have trees here in the mid-ground. But still, we can imagine it to be whatever we want to be. And I'm just continuing these lines until like here. And keep the entire thing like Yeah, maybe a building here, a taller building there, something connected here. Maybe this have some kind of a design to it. Maybe something in the background behind it. Maybe here there is a long one like this, and maybe there is a taller one here. Maybe this have like smaller design like this. I don't know what they are. You know, stuff like this. Maybe here we have points on this side. Maybe here like this. Maybe there's a castle or something. It's the Normandy. There is cathedrals and castles and old chateaus and maison and all that kind of things. Something like triangle houses. Oh yeah, triangle house here. I like this. Yes, here maybe. And maybe a smaller one here. Big tower with like something on it here. And they don't need to feel connected. They don't need to represent anything in particular. Something like this. From the other side, maybe we can have maybe just a piece of land like here. It doesn't have buildings here, just the shore or something. Like here I did it like I just made it a little bit bigger, and I can have my first building here. We can have a tower or something here, smaller thing fading away there. Building like here, something with like a triangle for a roof here. And again, the land mass that we have here. They're connected like here. Maybe we have like a smaller one here, a bigger one here, smaller one there. All these kind of like design as we did before. Here, here, here. And this like colors became interesting because like I feel it's really very similar to this, but it's fine. It doesn't need to be anything specific. Something like this. This is really nice. I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to add some kind of a mountain or something even behind that. So I'm going to add white. And touch of that mix of that I did, so I just make it lighter and lighter, fading away on us. Here we can have just some kind of a mountain here, or a hill or something that is coming here near the sun, from this side like this. I want it to feel gray, so maybe black and white only. Yeah, just gray. Like this here. Maybe here it's continuing from behind these buildings here. And here, something like this. Now I can, before I do my bridge, what I can do is just enhance those buildings with like highlights and shadows. So I'm going with pink, maybe a touch of yellow or something with these colors. Very, very soft colors here up on the, maybe just actually more yellow. Yeah, yellow is nice. Adding some of the yellow up here like this. And I want to add pink, the hot pink maybe with white, just a softer shade of pink with a touch of yellow on it, just to indicate highlights here maybe. It's too much. Like just softer touches from the right that can indicate light on some of them, like this. It doesn't need to be on every single one, but even here in the foreground of them, like this, we can add light. We can indicate some of the form here. Just tap it. I barely have any paints on my brush, because again I want to feel really soft and it's far away from us. Here it will be on the right, and I am running out of paint. It's fine. You can just tap just a teeny tiny bit again, and I can have here some, here maybe here, like this. I can have touch of black now, and I can do some shadows from the opposite side, and not too much. Just don't overdo it. Just keep some of these shadows here. Everything will feel like soft and far away from us. Some here maybe like this. On these sides, on the land, very impressionistic, very just shadows to indicate something that is happening away from us. They can overlap or do whatever with everything that we established before. I want the bridge to be like a line, so I'm going to use my number 000 detail brush for this task, because I don't want to mess it up with a bigger. Actually, I'm just going with black, nothing else, just black. And I can just do this line here. Until it's arriving here. I can have a touch of water on my brush just to make it move. But I don't want too much water so it doesn't feel like it's faint and away. Something like this. It's really nice. Here and here. And it can have some kind of a posts, like here, things to support it. And so we can understand, oh, it's a bridge away, far away from us. Like this, something like this. This is perfect. And I can, with the black, I can enhance some of these shadows here and there. So we can separate these. The city, can understand what's happening, because like this is too strong now for me comparing to what it was before. Something like this. This is nice. Now I can go to the original color that we did, and I can do a highlight over the bridge here. Over it, not on the black itself. Like this, nice. Some of the posts. Yes, this is everything for this step. So that was the first layer for those buildings. I might add to them later. I am not really sure. I'm going to wait and see. But for now, I can add my land masses that I want to have from both sides. I want to have a tree from here, a tree from here, and some kind of a land mass. I will establish that first, and I'm going to use brown, black, and maybe red, but just darker tones at the beginning. And I'm going with my number 8 flat brush, and I can just do some brown and black together just mix like this dark blue, brown color. I want my land to arrive to the half of my canvas from this side, somewhere in this vicinity here, and it will be closer to the sun. So this is here the halfway canvas, so it will be under this building here, somewhere here, and it will be on the diagonal, maybe around here, like maybe above the to the third of the canvas, somewhere in this vicinity here. So this will be covered because I will have a slope here technically. So I can start by doing the slope like this, and here it will go diagonally, maybe around somewhere in this vicinity here. That could work like this for me, and I can color the entire thing here with this color. And I'm not going to stress about it for now. As you see, we covered some of the city. We can add to that in a minute. It's fine. And here we can just keep this unsystematic as we did before. Like this, the land. And from the other side, like almost on the same, like the same here from this side, so it will arrive like somewhere in this vicinity here, but it will not be really in a diagonal, like maybe something like this, not too much. It will arrive to this point, and here it will finish like this. And that could be enough for this land, and I don't need any other lands for now. I think it's fine for now. If I felt like I want it, we can add it later. But yeah, this is everything for my land. Now I can go back to my number 4 round brush, and I can like add some details to the background here to the city. So we have a building here, like something like this here, maybe taller here, as we did before. Just to understand, it's continuing the city behind us in this diagonal manner. Here, maybe here, this is taller. Something like this, maybe this is like this here. Here there's lines, some designs to them. Again, same exact process, like this. Just to have something in the background. We don't need to do them, but I felt like, yeah, why not? We have a tower here, tower there, something like this. Now I can add a brown or black or whatever color I want, something darkness. Tab it because I don't need much. Add some of this here, like this, over them from this left side, right side. Go to a lighter color. Add some of that here. Nothing too invasive, nothing extra, just something like this here as well. That is great. And from the other side, we don't need anything. I can have just the brown color just to finish this land here without the separation between them. Yes, like this. Nice. So I'm going to have black, blue, and a touch of yellow, so it will be green, really dark green shade like this, almost black but hinting in green. And I can have some greenery in the city itself, like here maybe there is tree here, tree here, here. Why not? Maybe there is trees away here, even in the mountain itself that we did, like this. Here, trees, small trees, here and here. Just dots and blobs of color, just to indicate something different, maybe trees in the background or something like this. And yes, now this is everything for this step. So the next step, I want to have a really big tree from this side, smaller one from this side, and I'm going with the brown color and black with my number 6 round brush. Like it is going to start from here up, and it will, we can have whatever design we want to it. Something like this here. See, brown on brown, but we can work on that later. Maybe it's coming here like this in a diagonal manner, like this. And you can use a bigger brush if you want, but I feel like the round brush can really help with these lines for me. So yeah. Can have a bigger branch coming from this side here. Like this, nice. Maybe this one is here. Maybe it has like a branch coming here from this side. Maybe this is going away to the left. We don't see it now. And this here is like, maybe it's coming here and going like this in this like manner, up away, like this, yes. And we can make it as graphic as we want, as natural as we want. I want it to feel like it's a very big tree and it's like branching all over. And I'm keeping the edges of the branches smaller than when they started. That way it feels more natural. This is here coming here. And we can add a touch of water and that to the brush, and that will make everything even more fluid, like this, away, like this, yes, like that. This is so nice. And it will has all these branches away like this and like this. I love trees. Trees always, oh, this is too much, but again, it's fine. We can cover it, or we can just have a paper towel with a touch of water and just, because it's still wet, and we can just fix it like this. Perfect. We don't need mistakes and that we say, oh, I don't like this. Everything could be fixed like this with all these lines. And here, this one, maybe it's coming like this here, and maybe this here. I have a very shaky hand, and I can always like support my hand with like my pinky here. That always help. Maybe with this here we don't see it, or maybe it's just coming from here. This was coming from here and coming here like this. Nice. And we can have branches here, branches there, like this, coming away. This here could work as well as a second branch. And here. More water. We can use a smaller brush, but the tip of the round brush normally works fine for me. Like this. Like this. I feel something like that is more than enough. I don't need to do much. And from the other side, again, the same color, but it's going to be smaller. We'll arrive somewhere in this vicinity here, but like, this here is not fully painted. Just notice it. So I can do a second coat immediately. I don't want something extremely streaky for these edges, no. And I don't want to, like here, line this line here as well. And this one here needs some work as well. So it could have lines like these here. Nice. Anything not painted here? Yes. What I was saying, yes, the other side. So I want even smaller lines. So I'm going to number 4 brush for the other side. It will be easier. And the tree, it will like start from here. It's a smaller tree. Oops, I have too much water. Oh my god. And much smaller tree, and it will arrive somewhere here in this vicinity, as I said. So like here maybe. And it's only one tree, so you can just play with this. Like this. Nice. Coming from this side, like this here. It's really hard to see from this angle. Like this. Here, coming here. Coming like this. Maybe there is a branch away from here. Enhance this. I feel like this is everything. I don't need to do much for this one. It's a smaller one. Something like this. Now I can just go back to my number 6 round brush, and I can enhance the shadows and the highlights for the tree because they are almost dried. So I can have shadows with black on this here. Again, black from the side here, from this left side, on them to add shadows here. And we can enhance again keep it unsystematic, the lines, I mean, from this side here. We can add, that will add texture and will make everything more interesting. The black here. I don't need to do it all over, but still, especially in the smaller smaller branches away. Just indicate shadows here and there. I can go to my number 4 in a minute, but for now I'm going to continue with this for these bigger places because it's easier. Let's continue working with them. And here we can have this here, the tree, big tree. Now I can go to my number 4 round brush because it's smaller. I can continue with the black up here in some of these branches, just to indicate some of the shadows even up. Again, not on all of them. I don't need to work too much. On those, definitely, because they feel very faint away and not in a good way. I can add more black. Like this, and from the other side here, can have some black from the right. I can even create something that I didn't even add. That is fun. Some black here. It's also again a little bit harder from this side because I have the light. It's really making me seeing a little bit difficult from that angle, but it's fine. We can just work with it and have fun. No stress. And now I can clean my brush and I can decide what color do I want for them to have. I'm going to have pink or my magenta color, the primary red with white and yellow, touch of yellow. I can have, this is too strong, maybe a touch of brown as well. I don't like this at all. I'm going to counter this with brown here. So I'm going to have brown and magenta, a touch of white maybe. Maybe I didn't need the yellow. Something like this. I didn't want to go with the only whites and brown because I felt like I want to add the sunshine color, the sunset, that will tie everything together. We can have all these highlights. And as you see, I am not keeping them, I'm not blending them in, I'm just having them the outside here maybe. So this is like the roots of the tree. If we are going to see them, I'm going to have some bushes around them, it's fine. But just in case, here maybe a hint of this highlight here. And some of these branches we can go with yellow now. Yeah, the yellow is great. I always forget how much I love the cadmium yellow. It's one of my all-time favorite colors. I can have it here over even the color that I established. Oh my god, the yellow is gorgeous. It's adding all the sunshiny colors here. Yes. Use the yellow definitely if you have it. Or if you like, maybe you don't like yellow as much as I do. Maybe you want to do just brown and white to make it more natural. I like it like this, more artsy, more designed, like this. Yes, I love the contrast that is happening, and I'm not concerned even if I'm having some colors outside of the lines, because that will indicate, oh, there is some kind of like a glow happening or something. Going to do the same thing from this side as well with this yellowish tone here. can just smush it away with my hand if it's too much. I can have a touch of water again on my brush because it's not moving. And sorry if I'm blocking the way, but I can have just some of these highlights here on the tree from this side. Not too much, it's fine. Something like this. If it's too much, I can have some brown. I can enhance the brown here and here and here. Something like this, that is nice. Let me check. Yeah, this is nice. I prefer this one here, but it is what it is. Yeah, this is everything for this step. So the next step, I want to start using my foliage, putting them in place on the trees and on the ground as well. And I mixed just brown and my magenta color to make this kind of a maroon dark reddish tone. I'm not sure what it's called, just to add the background foliage for these trees. And I can just put them in place here. I'm just using my number 18 flat brush, and I'm going with my the branches that I established here, and I can do a design. I can add those leaves here, clusters happening. Keep them in this manner, like this. Maybe up here we are seeing them like this here, some behind. Sorry if it's like moving, it's really hard to support this here, maybe here it's a little bit like down here because we have here as well. Here, we want more, maybe here. We could hide some of these branches that we had. We can paint around them and behind them and over them. Depends what is like our vision is going to be and what is our design going to be. Something like this. This is really nice because again, I don't even want to cover everything that I have. From the other side, it's the same thing. So it will have here and here, here as well. I'm using mostly the corner of my brush to do these here, here. If I am not seeing them, I can add a touch of black for this here, this side here. And I want this to feel like it has lots of foliage here. Like this, maybe some of them is like drifting away or something. But not down here, just up here. So this here will be coming from this branch here and those up here to connect it together. Something like this. This is really nice. Now I can work on some of the foliage that we have. Maybe we have a small, or a bigger one here, like this. Some kind of maybe it's a tree, maybe it's something else, I don't know. And it's not really important to know what it is. Maybe from this side as well. We have some kind of a bush here, like this. It's arriving here, maybe. See, this is now too dark because we already have the brown. So I'm just going with my red and I can see if I'm going to like it or not. Just maybe red and a touch of black. Yeah, much better. So we can now have the foreground bushes here. Could work. Arrive here from this side. This up, and we can have some bushes like up here and up here like this. We arrive to this one here, here. Something like this. This is nice and pretty. And from the other side, here, I didn't like this color. And we can have all these like plants or whatever they are here, like this. Now I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to have my round number 6 round brush. I'm going with a gray color, but I want it darker than the original gray color that we did, so I'm going to add black to it. Very gray, dark gray like this. So you see, like comparing this to this, it's very dark. And I can add some stones happening on the shore itself, like we have some big stone here, like this. If you bumped to the wet paint, it's fine. Maybe smaller ones there, one here, like this. This is like finishing here, maybe. Like this. And here we have plants. We can have some rocks here as well happening here. Almost. Something like this. It doesn't need to be systematic or anything. We'll have our flamingo, we'll have plants, but still, like we have some rocks here. From this side as well. Or stones, or I don't know what they are. Something like this. You have a hint of them there. Maybe I want it bigger here. Yeah. Let's make them big boulders like this. Yes. Entire thing here with this. I like this a lot. And yes, when you finish with your design, we can move to the next step. So the next step, I'm going to finish working on my trees, my leaves, the foliage that I did, even the stones, everything that we did. And for the leaves, I'm going with my red magenta color, nothing more. And I can just, again, enhance those with a second layer, and if it's not too, do I like it? It's too, actually I like it, it's fine. Or do I want the pink color? Let me see. Actually I want the pink color, so I'm going to clean my brush. I changed my mind, I'm going with the pink color. Yeah. Maybe pink and red together at my brush at the same time. And I can have this highlights on some of those. And by having all these tones together, we will have like reddish tones and pinkish tones. Some of them here, some of them there. And I don't want to like get rid of everything I did. So I can keep these and systematic, and we will have shadows. This is the most important thing. We will have shadows. Maybe here. And I can even go over and around. And from the other side as well. Here. Here. And like by adding the shadows and keeping the shadows, that will create the depths. Or some of them behind the leaves that they catch the light. Some of them in the technically background, so we don't see them immediately. And by adding the pink and the red together here with the magenta, Again, some of these, oh, they are catching light more than the other. I'm going to have something with white in a minute, but yeah, something like this could really work. Here maybe. Need to check from behind. This here is really messy and ugly. Something like this. Now I can have white with the pink to have like almost like a pastel kind of a pink color. Tap it on the paper towel and we can have some here, just on some of them, just to indicate some light from where the light is coming from. Here, maybe here. Like this. Again, that will create also volume. And from the other, like maybe here. From the other side, it will be from this side here, from the left. And even we can have some petals flying or something like that. Maybe there is wind or something and they are like falling apart or falling away. Something like that. It's really nice. This one here is too light now. So I'm going back with some darkness to enhance this here. Yes. With just red. But like it doesn't have too much depth, but again immediately we can fix this. It's not a big deal. There is something wrong about them, like why they feel so connected like this. I don't know, maybe it needs some darkness. Go with like darker tone here, some brown maybe. Yeah, something like this is enough. I don't need to do much. Maybe some here, like this. Yeah, and some red. I don't want it to feel light on me. Something like this. Perfect. And now I'm going to my number 8 flat brush because it's too, this one is too big. And I'm going to repeat that for the other one. So I'm going with red here, red and pink maybe. Here. I can go to the light pink. Can have some like light pink here on those. Can have like this here, the floor itself to be like this maybe. I really don't like this. I don't know what it was. Going to have some grass here like this. Just pushing this up here behind the rocks with the lighter tones. From this here we have some like grass happening here, grass here. Pull these up here, maybe just red now, and those here up. We could use a smaller brush or something, it doesn't really matter. Just pull these up here. or a fan brush could extremely work. I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to the greenish tone that we did before, and I can have like more greenish tones here in between. Indicate darkness and life and things like this. I can just fill these gaps, indicate shadows. Something like this. I'm going to my number 4 round brush, and I can like do the same with this like brush, because it will give me more control and more smaller lines like this, exactly like this. But I'm going with lighter shade with even more white now. I can have those here. More of this wild grass happening here. This here, I don't know what it is, but we can have it like that. More red now. Or the magenta color. Magenta. This is nice. I can have some yellow. And I can have some hints of yellow here and there. Just to break these tones a little bit, because it feels like too one-dimensional. Maybe there are flowers, maybe there are, I don't know what it is, but maybe there are things happening, who knows. Maybe they are just catching the light. That is enough for now. I'm going with some black, and I can like work on my stones to separate them and have the shadows on them and everything like this. So we can just do black like this. I have some white, I don't know where it's coming from, but I can have just a black like this from this side, maybe from this side, like when everyone is like finishing like this. Can keep it like that. If it's like more of a line, that will indicate, oh, it's more like it doesn't have lots of texture. If we make it like tab it or something, it will have texture. I don't want lots of texture. So I'm just indicating the separation between them, like up here and down. Something like this. From the other side, it will be here, like this down. Like this, nice. And we can have all this separation. This side from this side. Those behind as well. And the shadow, I'm just going to black them out like this. We don't need to understand even what they are, just something behind us. This needs to be like this. Yeah. Now I'm going to clean my brush and I'm going to get some white, and I can have a highlight on them. Here, up here, here. Just white, and maybe the black, the grayish tone does need to go extra white. On me at this point. with just a hint of white up. Like this. Here as well. If it's too much, we can go to the original gray color and like blend it up a little bit, so the white doesn't feel too invasive like I have it here. Something like this. Do a second coat. Like this. I just want something impressionistic like that. Again, if it's too much here, we can fix it. Don't need bigger lines or something, but it's fine. They are boulders. They work for me like this. More black maybe here. You get the form between them. Like this. Nice. This is too much. I'm going to just counter this. It need white to be up here. This, yeah. That's good. We have some highlights on those away from us up here. From the other side. Now I'm going to clean my brush, and I'm going just with the green color that I had before, and I can even have more of these greenery too. I'm going to actually mix a green, just a black, blue and white, tap it away. You can just add some greenery here and there. Just to break the colors. And even we can have some greenery here. So it feels, oh, they are trees, they are not a blossom tree, they are just catching that in the evening. So we can have that green up here. Just touch and hint of it on the leaves. Yes, it's really nice now. This is perfect for now. And here, maybe here we have some hints of a green on this tree. Like this, yes. Now it feels like a tree, and those as well. Those here. And yes, this is everything for this step. So the next step, I want to work on my reflection and the water itself, so we can have the highlights of the sun. Here we can have the reflections of the tree, everything that we had, and the shadows as well. And I am going to start with some gray tone to do the shadows of the city. I'm using my number 4 round brush. No, maybe just black actually. Here some black to indicate the shadow for the city, like this here. Yeah. From left to right, I am going inside the bridge as well. Something like this for the mountain that we did. Can start with this darkness. Now I can clean my brush. I can actually go to my number 8 flat brush, and I can create the shadows or the reflection. So I did lots of lighter tones. So I'm going with some lighter pink up here, and I can go from left to right. If this is too much, I can just tap it and just diffuse it a little bit. Maybe I just need pink, like this. Yeah, the pinker tones, just the pink, with teeny tiny touch of white. And I can go from left to right. I can go inside the bridge like this, and I can do some like light coming like this until like here, maybe inside even inside those tones. Maybe here it will be darker with some magenta like this. Again, as we established before, just adding those tones over them, enhance them. Some of them is not fully painted. We can fully paint everything right now to do the light reflection like this. Nice. I can have some yellow and I can tap it on my dirty brush, and I can have some highlights here, like this, even arriving here. If I had some white on it, it's fine. Like this, even it could arrive to just the yellow over the turquoise color, like this. And I feel like I want more this color on the side, I didn't like the softer tones, so I can just like this. When I added this color here, I thought, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Why I was afraid of it in the first place. So I'm just going to do the sun now. It's so much better. I love it. It's so pretty, the sun now. So I can just go with some white now on my dirty brush. And I can have some lights here happening. Softer these tones here. Like this. It doesn't need to be arrived very far away, but we can do whatever we want with these reflections, maybe here. Now I can go with this like color that I had for the sun, and I can have even the sun itself here as a circle. Smaller circle, it doesn't need to be perfect. Like this, and it could be like this. And I can have some magenta, and I can just even distract it more here, like this. I can enhance the sun more. Oops, that's some white. I'm going to wait a little bit for this to wet so I can have the reflection of the bridge. But I can work on these tones here. So I'm just going to clean my brush, and I can have some turquoise color and the dark blues. But I'm going from left to right. So I'm going with some blue now, maybe. And blue and magenta, just to have this transition here. Yeah. Do some purpley tones. Like this here. Do a second coat on them. Like this. This purple tones like really helps a lot with the shadows, with all this transition. I can go with a turquoise color. Fully paint everything that I didn't fully paint. Maybe I need to go to my number 18 flat brush because it's bigger and easier. Just adding more magenta color, purpley tones, like this here. Here. I can clean my brush and just get some turquoise And we can have this turquoise here, here, everywhere. I can have some turquoise and the blues from this side and from this side. Something like this. I can have some white. I can have just whiter tones here or lighter tones. Just like this. It doesn't need to be too much. I just lost some of this sunshine here, so I'm just going to add more of it. And some magenta or something here like this, and some white here. Not as invasive as this. Something like this. This is nice. And now I can go to my number 6 round brush. I want to do some reflections for these objects here. Actually, no, I'm going to my number 8 flat brush. I'm going with some gray, dark gray color, and I can do reflections for these here, from left to right, like this. Here, it doesn't need to be exactly the same shape, but I'm trying to keep them a little bit similar. I can have some black to enhance some of them here, like this. Again, it's a reflection. Maybe there is some movement in the water. I can enhance the separation of the land with some just black like this. With the other side as well with some gray here. This nice. I can have some black, and again I can enhance those with some black up here. I can have some white again, have some white here. So we can understand, oh, this is the reflection of those objects here. And white from here, maybe here. Again, not on all of them. Something like this, some gray, lighter gray, or the original gray actually. Here. It's really nice. I can have some pink tones, or I need dark pink, so the dark magenta color, or the magenta color that's not that dark. Just clean my brush, and I can have some like, oops, not here. Here we can have some just hints of these plants that we did before, like this, reflecting from this side as well, like this. Maybe with some white now, like this, happening here. From all sides, doesn't need to be exact, something just to present those reflections. Some of them darker, some of them lighter. Came from the other side as well, here. Pinkish tones, not whiter tones. Stupid mistake that happened. It's fine. You can fix it like this because it's a reflection. And again, I'm just adding these marks here just to indicate shadows of those things that I don't know what they are, just maybe grass or whatever from the other side, like this. Some magenta. Something like this. Now I can go with my number 18 again, number 8, sorry, flat brush, and I can do a reflection for the trees, which is the most fun part. And I can have this here happening. It's fun. And I can just make it, I can just paint it like this. And keep it unsystematic from every point like this. Because again, it's a reflection and it's just not perfect. Like this. And we are not seeing everything, so from the other side it will be smaller, so it will be just here. And we are going to see something like this here. Nothing more actually, but I can have indication of this like here. Maybe the tree itself here, just reflection of those like pinky tones. Because it's a reflection, it doesn't need to be 100% like the same, like tone. Maybe like just some reflections here, it's happening here, who knows. Something like this. This is really cool. And yes, the only thing that I need to do now is just have my small detail brush, number 000. I can have some black, and I can have a reflection for the bridge here. And I can have some black here on the reflection, and it goes over the sun. That's what makes it like believable. Like this, and something like this. I don't need to do much to it. Like maybe some lines like this, but it's not necessary. And yes, when you finished, I think this is everything for this step. So the next step, I'm going to use a piece of chalk to do a sketch for our flamingo. I need to understand where it's going to be. So I need to find the center of my canvas. It will be somewhere in this vicinity here. And I can go up to the quarter way. So somewhere in this vicinity here. Here. I have a mark here. And I have a mark here. I don't need my flamingo to arrive more than the halfway canvas. It will always be in this vicinity here. Here it will be his body, like a little bit inside here. For the body, it will have a shape of an egg, and for the head, it will be a circle. That is the easiest way to do birds. But I need to understand where is his body going to finish, where is the egg going to begin, and where it's going to finish. So if this is here the halfway canvas, I am a little bit in, like a few centimeters. I can do a line like this. I can go actually start with the head. This is here the head. I can go in and I have a circle like this. Just a circle. I can go up here from this side and I can go like a S kind of a shape to do the neck. Like this. Like this here, and that will be here. That will be his head, and here I will have the body, and it will be an egg kind of a shape. It will arrive here, it will arrive there, like this, until maybe here. Is it logical? I'm not sure. Yeah, that looks good somewhere in this vicinity. And maybe the shape of the egg is not like perfect. Maybe I just needed to round it up here, like this. Something like this. And again, it's a chalk mark. I can have a little bit of a sponge or my brush with like a touch of water, and I can just erase the line that I made a mistake with here, like this. And again, this line here will be his body, and that is S shape for his neck, like this. I need to I don't like his head, and I can just fix his neck. Something like this. Now I need to do his beak. It will come like this from this side. It will come from here, and it will go down here like this, something like this. They have like a very interesting shape for a beak, but this is cursed. Like this is the circle. Now I can just extend. I longer this like line here for his beak. It will go up like this on an angle, and it will arrive here, and it will go like this. And it will be like this here, and it will go up like this. That is fine. Now I have some legs. So the first leg, it could be like here, very long, until it arrives here, and the other one is somewhere in this vicinity here, until it arrives here, like this. And I think I can just have my round brush, clean it very well, and I can just delete all the lines or the marks that I don't need. So I don't need those inside, and I can just soften some of these like bigger lines that I have. If they are too big on me, I can just make them smaller with some water on my brush, like this. Here as well. Here we will have his tail, here the separation, this is here his head, something like this. If the neck is not good enough, we can fix it when we paint. This here is too long, and here like this. And we will have a knee for him in a minute when we start painting, but this is everything for our sketch. So the next step, I'm going to do the first layer on my flamingo. I'm going to use some just the pink that I have, and maybe just a pink with touch of white to it, just because it's like the opacity of my pink is not really good, as I noticed. So just pink and white, teeny tiny bits of white to make like this shade of pink. Yes, this is much better. And I can do the entire thing with this pink. And this pink will cover very well because it has white, but also it will separate my bird from the background, because I will not be confused with the same color that I had before, especially the magenta kind of a color. Again, we can fix those lines. We can get rid of our chalk marks because I don't want them, and I don't want to do another step just to delete them later. Something like this. But I'm going to be very careful so I don't mess anything up. And I'm going from like up down, so that will start again the process of the strokes of the bird, where are the feathers going to be, like this here. It's a little bit streaky, it's fine. When I arrive here for the tail, I can just do these here and systematically and keep them loose, like this. A little bit like that. And for the neck, I'm going to do the head first. Those birds are so pretty. I don't think we have them in Normandy, of course, but it doesn't need to be a local bird. Sometimes you like an animal, you like an object, you like a fruit or whatever you want to paint, a fictional character, and yes, why not? We can have inspiration from all kind of things around us, all the things that makes us happy, and yeah. This is why I wanted to make this bird. I think like those colors goes very, very well with each other. And as I said before, I want to get rid of all that turquoise color that I have. So yeah, here we are. And I love flamingo. They are really pretty. And I think they goes very well even now with the Pride month. Again, that is like a stereotype, no? Something like this. That is nice. Now I'm going to my number 4 round brush. And I'm going to, all my colors are really dried off on me. So I'm going some like really lighter shade of gray, and I can do the legs with this color. I can add a touch of water so the paint became fluid, and I can just do a line like this. From the other side. Keep these legs thin if possible. Make them really bad, but it's fine. Like this. And here first of all, I'm going with a touch of black. I can just indicate where is the peak going to separate. Maybe just here. Like this. And I can color the entire thing here with black. And up it will be gray at the legs. Here. Like this. This is nice. And these here legs need some work. So I'm going with some pink again. And I need to have some thighs on these legs. So something like this maybe here. Like this. And from the other side as well, here. But maybe smaller, I don't know. Something like this. And yes, this is everything for this step. I'm just going to dry the canvas before we move on. So the next step, I'm going to work on my bird again. I am going to use my number 6 round brush. First of all, I'm going to have some magenta with a touch of brown on it, just to have a darker shade. And I can do, first of all, separate where is my wings going to happen from this side. And like, it could be coming from this side until like here, and this will be like the underbelly or something, the underside, something like this, just to separate those. And I just need to add shadows from this side. So I'm just going with this like colors, with this color from up to right, just to indicate these like feathers down here. Maybe these coming here from like here from an arcing motion from this side here, so we can understand, oh, it's coming from this here, and here it's coming like this. And I don't need to do much. It's just like impressionistic style to understand, oh, this is the bird, and this is here his tail happening here. Just these marks of it, like this. I need some black now to understand this area here. Just going to just tap it so it will feel in the shadow from this side here as well. Here, maybe here. Maybe here we have more darkness with this like black and touch of water on my dirty brush, and I can have those lines. Maybe just on this side, I'm just going to tab it like this. For the neck, it will be darker from this side. I'm just going to darken this up here, but I didn't want to go black. I wanted to go with the magenta and the brown. The mistake, it's fine. We can just darken this up over the black. It will even darken more or dry more. Like this. I can have this color, the darker stone. I can just tab it here. Like this. Now I can go to the lighter tone with just white and pink, and I can have some feathers happening here, lighter, maybe from this side. On the tail here, I just need light, and I don't need it to go as white as it happened, so I'm just going to add a touch of pink to it, make it lighter shade of pink. Yeah. Here as well. Here. Just these marks of the feathers, like this. I can go with red. I can have those here for the tail. The red over the white will pop up, which is really pretty. And I don't know, I want this darkest tone, so I'm going to add all these like up here. Nice. Can enhance some of the darkness with over this, like this. Here we can have those like this. Nice. I need more darkness here, so I'm just going to darken those up here. Maybe some light up here, so I understand the separation with the wing on this side. That is really nice. I can have some magenta here. I can have some magenta here, happening like this. Some white here. Again, those feathers we can do in like many different ways. I'm choosing to do them with this impressionistic style, just to indicate they exist, nothing more. From this side here, I feel I need some color, maybe some yellow from here, but not too yellowish. Here and here, catching some light of the sun itself. It was too textured, so I'm just preparing some of these texture. I don't want them to feel like too textured to me. Something like this. And I want them to feel in the shadow because it's this side. I don't know. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just making them wrong. Maybe it just need to be like this all. Yeah, like this. The underside, something like this. Yeah, this is so much better. I didn't need to do too much from the other side as I imagined it at the first place. Again, all these colors could work like this. For the tail from this side, be more white, like this. We can see it. The neck is fine, but I don't need this yellow, so I'm going with like the very soft color of pink from this side here, over the yellow itself. I can have touch of white now on my dirty brush, and I can have a highlight from this side here. Nice. I'm going to work on my peak, so I can have some clean my brush. I'm leaving the face to the end because it's the hardest part for me. And the peak, again, we can have some highlight happening here. Highlight happening here. With the black even. Darkest tones here. I'm going to have a little bit of blue to have a shadow from this side, like this. On the peak. I need some black. I'm going with just some black. Enhance this peak here. Over the color that I did. Like this. Yes. And I'm going to have some kind of line here happening like this. And maybe a nostril or like a nose or something here. Just a dot for it like this, and this could continue like this. Right. This, maybe some black here. I can have a touch of yellow I can have just enhance here, white. Those tones, nice. I can just add, what else? For the head, I can just clean my brush first of all. I'm going to continue with my black. This line here continue up inside the head itself, like somewhere in this vicinity here, maybe like this, and I need to fix the shape of his mouth or his beak, so I'm just mixing the gray color here. The beak needs to be a little bit up here like this. Something like this. And now I can go with some gray for his eye, which is going to be like an oval shape here, like this. And it's going just to be like that. Now I can have some black, and with the tip of my brush I can just continue the eye to have some kind of a line away like this, and a line here. And some kind of his eyes, like they are a little bit weird, so I'm just going to do circles with black inside with the tip of my brush, like I go a big circle and a dot or a smaller circle or something inside like this. Now I can go with the dark magenta color with some brown to do the underside of his face here. A little bit of black as well. Just something dark for the here for the face itself. We can go to a smaller brush, but it's not necessary. Just to indicate the shadow here happening from this side, like this. And just like this here for where the neck is like meeting, we can have this triangle like this, nice. Can clean the brush, I can have white and the Flamingo original color just to do a highlight on the head here, maybe just white. With this highlight here. Original color, mixing it up so it transition very well. Something like this. Now I can go with white and a touch of yellow to do a highlight on the head from up here. Yeah, they really help here. You can have a tingle on the head, on the eye or something. We can enhance this. We can have a highlight here, on the tail here, on the feathers here with this yellow. Nice. Now for the legs, I can just clean my brush. I get some black and I can enhance those here with black from behind. They are in general they are in the shadows, so like this. Do just a line until I arrive to the end from this side, like here. Don't need to cover everything, but still. This up here, I'm going to darken it more. Up here, like this. I go to my like magenta color, like the dark magenta color with like the brown, and I need to find where is his knees going to be. So it's like in the middle of his legs. So somewhere in this vicinity here, we can make this up around. They have like big knees, and here as well, like this, like this. Almost like an oval shape. I'm just dabbing it. Now I can go to the pink color I can enhance this here, a pink with white maybe. Can enhance this here and here. With some shadow, I can get some black, and I can just dab it here. I'm just going to get a little touch of white, and I can do a highlight from this side, like here. And a highlight here. And yes, this is everything for our beautiful flamingo. So the next step, I want to work on my reflection for my flamingo, and we can do his legs and some of the bird itself. So I'm going to start with the legs, and again I can go a grayish color. Doesn't need to be exact now, but still. And just to understand where it's going to be, I can now do some kind of ripples around with some maybe some white ripples of the water around the legs themselves. So this is here, where is he meeting? Just round motion with some white. Doesn't need to be too much. I feel like I'm not doing this very well. Something like this. Now we have like his legs here. Now I can go with like grayish tones, black and white, and I can have his legs happening here. Like this. And I can have the magenta color. Maybe we have his knees here. I'm going to enhance those knees actually here. Some of the knees here. Maybe we can then continue with a grayish tone, just a little bit like this. It will be shorter, and now we can have some darkness for the size, like this, with some black. And now I can go to the magenta color, and I can do the bird itself. So he will have his like tail happening here, like this. And his body here. And I can just continue with this color here, down like this. And from the other side, it will be just like something like this. And again, it can intermingle with everything else. I can have some pink tones happening here, like this. All these colors could just like happening like this with the ripples or something. Something like this. I can have just some black, and I can darken those up here. Just black. The underside of the body here needs to be more dark, I feel, up. Just going to add more black here. Yeah, like this. And we will have this black here. The magenta color here for the tail, for the body. Something like this. And I feel like I want more. So I'm just adding just more of these tones here. And moving them around. Like this. And yes, this is everything for this step. So after I finished working on my reflection here, I wanted to work on my flamingo and continue working on it because it was a little bit flat, but my phone stopped recording and I didn't notice. So I did everything and I finished, and then I saw how like I did everything off camera, and that is sad. But yeah, I just want to explain what I did. I just flipped the board so you can see better without the extra paint. Here I just used my number 4 round brush and my number 0 round brush to add the feathers because it was a little bit flat. So I added some darkness near the neck here with the like small brushes with small brush strokes, and that create all these like feathers here. I went from black to dark magenta to more pinkish tones around here, add more lightness up. I separated the wing with unsystematic strokes here with black to add more shadow. I added more light here. I added more light up here with the with the neck, darkness from this side up here with like small touches, all that impressionistic, very impressionistic style. Even in the under the belly here and the legs, and even in the here I added more long strokes. I was making my strokes very long, especially near the tail, so it feels like the tail, and added darkness to it as well. And yeah, I wish I did that on camera, but it is what it is. Sometimes like things like this happen. But yeah, that will conclude our painting. I hope you enjoyed your time with me, and I hope you painted yourself a beautiful flamingo in this beautiful sunset scenery. And I hope to see you again in another video. Bye everybody.